All right, I think we're up and running. Think we're good. It has been a couple days. I'm actually gonna sit here and wait just a second. See, am I actually going? I can't tell. It seems to me like we're going and we're good, but it does not appear to be started on YouTube's end. So, what's going on? Okay, so my computer seems to have it going, but my phone maybe not. I don't know. Is everything all right? I mean, last time I tried streaming off this laptop, everything was working good. Everything was good. So, am I actually good though? I can't tell. Am I live? I think so. I think we're good. Connection. Everything says connected well. Looks like we're up and going. That was weird. I don't know what that was about. But we will actually close you right there. Everything, yeah, looks good. We're just gonna we'll wing it. We'll see how everything goes. We took a couple days off. Took a extended weekend away from this, and then it's been even longer since the last time we streamed. We didn't even go for this little pig. We went for platinum cute charm hunts, but I'm excited to be back here, back looking for this pig. And I think today is the day. It just feels like one of those days to come back and just be like on the grind and everything just works out. And did I move my camera? I did not mean to. If I did, it's not supposed to be like that. I don't believe. I think it should be kind of like, what is going on with my camera? I don't know if I accidentally bumped it or what, but okay. This is not how I want it looking. What happened? I thought I had it good, and then we got started, and I must have hit it or something. Okay, well, there we go. What's up, DK? What's up? How's it going? I think we are good to go. My OCD is getting me right now. I don't know why the screens are like randomly weirdly spaced, but whatever. Okay, I just got to deal with it. Let's check it out. First two Tepigs of the stream, unfortunately, are not shiny. All right, so we are back. Back up and rolling. Everything should hopefully be good. It's just the second stream here on my other computer. Had to not retire, but let the other one wait in the wing while hopefully a fix is coming. And I did have to do a whole new OBS setup for the two DSs. I only set up the one for Platinum for last week, so I did some tweaking. Hopefully everything looks really good on the screen. I tried to make the colors and the sharpness, whatever you call it, focus of the camera really get I don't know where I'm going. It's been a minute. I gotta get back in the flow of doing this. Gotta get back in the flow. For some reason, the DS on the right always seems a little bit fuzzier than the one on the left. I tried my damnedest to figure that out, but oh well. And then I guess you can actually kind of see the Tepig down there at the bottom and the color it is, which is nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Actually being able to see what the color of the Tepig is on the bottom screen for y'all, that's good. It'll make the reaction a bit better when the Tepig does show up, if y'all can actually see it. So I'm not the only one here staring at it like, oh my god! Obviously, I'll turn the DSs to y'all when that happens, but yeah. And if I can remember to get my hands out of the way when the Tepigs come up. Hopefully we don't experience any stream lag or anything. For some reason, when we started going, it did not seem like things were up and running on YouTube. It was like everything was going on OBS, but then nothing was popping up on YouTube. So I was like, am I actually live? Because whenever the live replay goes up, I'll have to check that out and see where the stream actually picks up. But how's everyone doing? Nice weekend for everyone. Anything fun and eventful going on? I went, I went out and about for a fiance's birthday. We ended up going to her parents, hanging around, had a good old time. I tried to turn the delay. Well, actually, well, no, I think my delay should be on. I think I have like ultra low latency or on or whatever, so that it's as like real time interaction between me and chat as possible. Since don't have a massive chat just flying through like some people, which is fine. Unless, like I say, I am on a new computer, so I might have changed some settings around with the streams and didn't get everything as I thought they should be. I gotta get my mouth working, my mouth and my brain. I gotta get those back on track for these for us here today. Let me actually check that. I think if I pull up Studio and go to stream settings, yeah, I'm on ultra low latency, so it should be pretty back and forth. Yeah, I don't know why it took a second to connect. It could also be because it's storming really badly here. That could also be affecting the internet slightly. Be a little bit of a contributing factor, making things a little slow possibly. At least when it came to getting up and running. I won't harp on it too much. It was just interesting. I've never had that happen before with stream, where I clicked start streaming and then it took forever for it to actually pop up on my end. But yeah, we went out and had a great time with her family, and I don't know if anyone saw the community post I put up, but we went out for my fiance's birthday, and she's not a Pokemon card collector or anything like that. I obviously am. I like Pokemon stuff, and her little brother is 13, so he's still in the prime age for liking Pokemon and sports cards and the like. And so because of that, we found out there was actually a pretty big card convention in town this past weekend, so we hit it up, and yeah, I picked up a few cards. Luckily, she was cool. Her and her mom were cool with, which it was actually her mom's idea for us to go, so it's not like I found out about the card convention and had to convince everyone to go for my sake. It was actually her mom's idea for us all to go. Check that out. But I've had all this collecting stuff going on for a long time now. I started this collecting stuff in 2020, and we'd been together for almost a year when I started really collecting things. So my fiance has been on board with all this for a long time. So she is cool with my cards and my plushies, and actually almost every single one of these Pikachu up here are from her. I think only one, maybe two of those I've gone out of my own way to buy. Most of those have come from her. Yeah, I think her mom was really interested in going because I think she was under the impression that it wasn't just Pokemon and like anime, that there would be a lot of sports cards and sports related stuff there for collectibles. I don't think she looked into it too much. So I think they're big Buffalo Bills fans, so they went there looking for like Josh Allen cards and the like. I don't think she quite understood, even though we tried to warn her that it was going to be majority Pokemon, and it was. I mean, probably 95% of the vendors there, maybe from 90, were Pokemon, and then like 5 were Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic, and a tiny percent were sports related. But they found some nice cards they liked. Got some cards graded. I mean, yeah, my fiance really enjoys her birthday. We like doing stuff for. I mean, I'm not like obsessed with my birthday. I like doing fun things for my birthday too, though. But my fiance is very go with the flow. Like, she was cool. We outside of we were at that convention for maybe 2.5 hours, so it wasn't even like a whole day was made out of doing that. And yeah, we did a whole bunch of other stuff, for her. And she got some pop figures at the convention, so she was happy with that. She got some Buddy the Elf from the movie Elf. She found 2 at the kind of pop figure setup that they had that she really wanted. One of them was a little bit pricier, so that ended up being part of my birthday gift to her. It was a nice little Buddy the Elf pop figure. Yeah, I mean, I always know when my birthday is, but I do find myself more and more now having to sit down and really think, like, how old am I now? Anytime someone asks me my age, I have to like think for a second. I'm like, how old am I? Ugh. Yeah, my dad's not big on his birthday at all. He's always like, you don't have to get me anything for my birthday. I don't want anything. It's okay. Which, to be honest, he probably says that because most of the stuff he actually wants, he buys himself throughout the year. He doesn't, really wait to let anything be given to him. So most of the time when he says, I don't want anything for my birthday, it's because he really has everything he wants because he's gotten it for himself already. Which I've kind of turned into that as I've gotten older. At least when it comes to my relatives, like my immediate family, sister, my parents. My sister a little bit less because she's pretty open. My sister loves, anime and pop figures and stuff too, so we have all that in common. She's not really the Pokemon person, but she likes the nerdier things in life too, so she's cool with getting me, anime related things and the like. But my parents, yeah, I got to come up with less, more conventional and typical things when I want presents from them. I got a, football, and I mean, they're cool with like Marvel and Star Wars because my dad, was always big on Star Wars, and they liked Marvel for a bit. So that kind of stuff they're cool with getting for me for like birthdays and the like. But I do end up typically just buying anything I would want, especially when it comes to like trading cards. Actually, there's probably an infinite number of trading cards I could tell someone I wanted for my birthday, but a lot of the immediate ones that I like really, really want, I've already bought for myself. This Gengar sweater right here was actually a gift for Christmas, I want to say, from my fiance. So she's very much on board with my hobbies and the like, which is why I proposed to her. I was like, you gotta keep this one around. Yeah, I think she got this off of like Etsy or something. She like ordered this specially. I don't think it's official Pokemon merch, but I really like it. I think it's super cool. I need to have an encounter here. And then my other hoodie that I wear on stream sometimes, the Dragonite Nike one. She also got me that pretty early on. Yeah, they can. It. Yeah, I don't really know the logistics of it, but you can definitely make unofficial Pokemon stuff and sell it. You gotta kind of get lucky or hopeful that you're small enough that Nintendo doesn't really see a reason to go, oh goodness, go after you. But what's up, Koopa? Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, she definitely is, for sure. Oh, Nintendo definitely, and Pokemon specifically, will certainly go farther than a lot of companies to protect their IP. But if you're like a really small shop who's selling, like, if you're barely moving, you know, a few $1,000s worth of merch a month, I don't even think it's worth their time and money to go after you. Really. It's, if you try and like really go big with it, you know, if you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, probably even a few tens of thousands will get you there. But yeah, I mean, if you're selling some hoodies here, there, I think it'd be a little too much. Plus, like, they're such a big global brand, Pokemon. It'd be hard to really go after everyone that tries to sell your stuff. And I mean, you never know. I don't know for certain. Whoever she bought this hoodie from or this sweater, they might have a license for, I don't know. Probably not, but I don't think Pokemon's just handing out licenses for people to make their stuff. But what do I really know? Yeah, I forget what was the whole reason behind the Citra thing. I'm trying to remember exactly why they went after Citra specifically. They got like too ambitious in some way, Citra did. It was either like they were too closely caught. I'm not even gonna try and speculate. I really don't remember. But they did something a little too bold, and it was like, okay, you're pushing your luck, so they were taken down. Which apparently went after the 3DS emulators as well. I didn't realize the people who were making Citra also were the ones making, what is the 3DS one called? I don't know. I have the 3DS one, but I don't ever really use it because I never really find myself wanting to play the 3DS games. Eventually, I will, you know, maybe try something in X and Y. I haven't played that game in a decade, so give it a shot one day. Wait, you're right, actually. Citra is the 3DS one. What is the Switch one? What was the Switch one called? Because they went after the one for the Switch specifically, and it in turn hit the 3DS one. What was the Switch emulator called? I was thinking it was Citra, but now that you mentioned it, yeah, Citra is the 3DS one. What was the Switch one? Did it start with a Y? I feel like it started with a Y. Can't remember. I've had a number of Switches throughout the years, but I've never really used them all that much. I have I guess this right here, don't want to go knocking things around, but I have my Switch Lite here, just sitting on my desk. Got to get the dust off of it, that's how little I touch it. It's actually the Sword and Shield version of the Switch Lite. I bought it on release day with a copy of Sword, and yeah, didn't end up doing all that much with it. And then In college, I bought a Switch with my roommate randomly one day. We were preparing for my roommate's 21st birthday, and so we went to Walmart to get a folding table for like beer pong or whatever. And we're walking around trying to find a table. And this was back when the Switch was like hard to find in stores. And there just happened to be a Splatoon version of the Switch in that Walmart. And we just looked at each other like, you want to get it? And yeah, we walked out of Walmart with a folding table and a Nintendo Switch, completely unplanned. And that was the first one I ever owned. I ended up, what did I end up? He ended up, when I graduated a little bit before him. So I think he bought off my portion of it when I left. And then he ended up not wanting it either. So he sold it to one of our other friends from college. And then eventually down the road, I got that light one. And then we were using my fiance's little brother's Switch for a while because he said he didn't want it, so we borrowed it from him. And then he did want it back, so we gave it back to him. And then we ended up getting, actually, my future mother-in-law, girlfriend, her fiance's mom, ended up getting us a Switch for the holidays as a present. So now I have 2 Switches in my household. I have the main one in the living room that we play very occasionally. And then I have my light that just sits here on my desk. It's probably dead. I don't know the last time I charged that thing. Yeah, he's still one of my best friends, but I unfortunately don't get to see them too often, my friends, anymore. We don't live all that close to each other. I mean, we're not terribly far apart, but it's far enough that it's like only really get to You're not wrong. They certainly are a number of light switches in the house. Yeah, my most of my friends still live actually back where we all. Most of my friends I've known, actually all my friends. I don't have a single friend from college that I stayed in touch with. So all my really close friends are still from high school. Check these out. What's up, Selby? How's it going? Thanks for I almost said stropping. Thanks for dropping back by. Thanks for dropping back by. But yeah, all my friends are from high school, essentially. Not essentially. They are. I don't know why I keep trying to like dance around it. I had friends in college, didn't keep up with any of them afterwards. All my friends I still keep up with are from high school. But they all live back home where we're from. And I'm like an hour and a half away. And then one of my other best friends is in Atlanta, Georgia. So like 3-4 hours away from where we all are, roughly. So all over the place. That'll happen to you when you graduate, move on. Everyone gets their big kid job, and yeah, it starts to get really tough to do stuff together too often. I go up. Good. What you move around so much for? All right, sounds good, DK. Thanks for dropping on in. Let's see, I might throw out, I think on the next reset here, after this one, I think I might throw out a random Oshawott. I'm feeling the Oshawott right now. I think I'm gonna throw in a nice little Oshawott encounter here. Ooh, goodness. Oh, I just realized I just completely zoned out and went for the Tepigs again anyways. Alright, so now we'll throw out an Oshawott. 1 hour, 2, 3. I don't know, actually, maybe I should, let's do, yeah, we'll do the Oshawott for these next 2 encounters, and then since we're coming up on 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll do a special encounter for that one. Probably just a coin flip. Probably the most special I can really guess I can really make it. As of right now, for what I have in front of me, what I can think of. I do have some dice that I wanted to kind of somehow incorporate into the Pokemon TCG dice with the EX logo on there. I really like, one of the only reasons I enjoy actually getting Pokemon ETBs anymore is for the dice. So not really worth the money, the what, like $45 they are now, just for a little like 2-cent dice. But I don't know, I mean, obviously I like getting the packs and stuff. So we got 2 Oshawotts. Are they going to be shiny? Nope, does not look like it. Alright. But yeah, I'm thinking about somehow maybe incorporating, what do you call it, the dice into our little games we do here from time to time, but it's not really much I can think of at the moment to do with that. Plus you wouldn't even be able to see the roll unless I picked up my camera and pointed it at the desk and was like, here, look at it. Alright, so I think we are going to grab just 2 Tepigs here. And then, yeah, we'll flip a little Victini coin. It's actually a big coin. Flip our Victini coin here. And see what we got. Which one will be encounter number 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll get through all this nicknaming shenanigans here. And I'm thinking the English, we're going to go, why can I not talk right now? We're going to go English, Victini, Japanese, the back. Oh, Japanese it is. All right, so for encounter number 2, 3, 4, 5, we have our nice Japanese copy of White 2 here. It is a female. Is the prophecy of a female Japanese shiny going to come true? Unfortunately, it did not. I was really thinking something was going to be there. It was feeling like destiny or whatever. Just like, you can only really see the Tepig on the other DS super well, can you? I guess we'll check this one out up close and personal as well, since we did the other one. This one is a male, but it's not a shiny. Let's see, how can you see the corner of the... Here we go. Yeah, reset didn't want to go through there for a second. Keep hitting my camera. I need to get you a little bit. I need to get this cord out of the way somehow, some way. Like this, maybe. I think that'll work. Smack me. Mike. Gonna itch my ear. My ears itchy. Goodness. Alright, where was I? I always get distracted randomly. What can I? Yeah. I think we're good here. We're good here. Okay. Sometimes I go and pick up the DSs to look at them and stuff like that and throw off my feng shui I got going on with the setup. Takes me a second to get back into. Ooh, big hiccup there. Oh man, goodness. Oh, good. Sorry about that. Something stuck in my throat. Almost just completely soft reset over those Tepigs without even actually looking at what they were. Oh my goodness. Something, I think it's the weather right now. I think the weather has me like congested and the like, just because it's so freaking, I don't know, humid and like weird, just raining all the time. There's like a hurricane coming through. It's hitting us. We're just getting rain really where I am, but it's like affecting the weather and everything. And I think it causes my freaking sinuses. I have had sinus issues my entire life. Had them fixed for a little bit, and now they've kind of gone back to being bad again. Alright, so no shinies there, no shinies there. 50 encounters so far this stream. We did something special for 2, 3, 4, 5, but that wasn't really a call. What kind of call do we want to make for this stream here? Is there a number that's really speaking out to me? 24. I like 25 is a good number. So maybe 2,500 on the dot. Maybe should that be the call? That would be a cool number to get a shiny on for sure. 2,500 on the nose. Maybe we do that. I don't know. It's like, it's not really calling to me. It's not like one of those numbers that when I say it, I'm like, oh yeah, feeling it. It just seems like a nice number, but maybe we need something with a little more magic to it. Oh wow, that's really sweet. How's that how are those going? How many resets are you on for both of those? I can't shiny hunting Arceus is gonna be really fun. I can't wait to get around to that. One day, someday, who knows how far down the road in this challenge we'll be getting to shiny hunting Arceus, but that could be one of those Pokemon I decide to do. Like, Arceus would definitely make sense as the very last Pokemon to shiny hunt for this living dex, but I don't know if I'll actually wait until the very end, because I was kind of also thinking I would do Manaphy as the very last hunt, just because Manaphy will probably be the most intensive hunt out of them all. Require the most concentration, kind of the most work, I would imagine, of all the hunts. But maybe we throw that in somewhere randomly and then we do save Arceus for last. Would be quite fitting. Or maybe do like a... I don't know if I would want to save Rayquaza for last. It would be a very fitting Pokemon. You know, shiny Rayquaza is one of the best shinies out there, but I don't know if it's the Pokemon you go for last. If you were doing a shiny living dex and emerald, for sure. But black 2, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're going off of like legendaries associated with the game, then Kyurem would obviously be the last hunt for black 2, white 2. Unfortunately, you cannot get the shinies for whatchamacallit. Oh, what is it? I don't believe. Well, actually, how does that work? If you get a shiny Kyurem, infuse it with a regular Reshiram and Zekrom. Obviously, Reshiram and Zekrom are shiny locked in these games, but if you fuse them with a shiny Kyurem, do you get a shiny Kyurem white or Kyurem black? I feel like you don't. But maybe I'm just thinking about the Kyurem black and white that you faced with Getsus at the end of the game. That one's like shiny locked. Like that can be shiny, but you can't even catch that anyways, so. Okay. Arceus is a fairly new hunt, and then Latios. So you're a little bit in on that Latios hunt. You're getting there. This theme is probably one I've never in my life heard before. I mean, maybe you've heard it during these streams, but I don't think I've ever actually really gone into the Platinum or HTSS Battle Frontier, like, at all. Definitely haven't gotten into it to a Frontier Brain. Shoot, I don't know if I ever got to a Frontier Brain in Emerald. Actually, I mean, I haven't tried actually touching the Frontier and Emerald since I was a child, so. Yeah, probably the Frontier Brains from any of those games I have never experienced whatsoever. What do we got? No Tepigs yet. At the card convention I went to over the weekend, they had someone selling video games and stuff there. Someone was selling a Pokemon White 2 with the case. I almost bought it, but they wanted $170 for it, and I was like, maybe if I'd seen that first, I'd already spent a little bit of money on cards getting up to that point, so it was like, I don't know if I want to buy any more. I ended up buying more cards, but I was tempted. I was looking at it like, maybe I could get them to go 160, 155. With the case, probably not. I think, with the case, people would want a little bit more. I mean, just the game itself, people want like freaking 140, 150. So, yeah, I almost did it because I was like, I only have black 2 in English. I need an English white 2 eventually. And yeah, I just couldn't bring myself to pull the trigger. Not after all the cards I'd bought, and then I'm planning some more purchases for the stream. Actually, I'm going to try and get capture cards going here, so we can do a little bit more of a professional setup for the stream instead of just a webcam pointed at 2 DSs hanging out on my desk. It also helped me a lot with the whole capture card thing, because then I would not have to worry about a camera in front of me at all times, having to think about accidentally knocking it over, hitting it, or whatever. Just having capture cards, I could have the DSs sitting a little more closely to me and don't have a camera I'm trying to reach around at all times. Oh man, I'm tired. Today was a long day. I had a lot going on at work. What is going on, Chance? How's it going? Thanks for dropping on by. I feel like I said that a little weird. Thanks for dropping by. I don't know why I said it like that. It came out a little bit different than I was expecting. But yeah, what's up? How's it going? Got a female over here, but it is not shiny. Not shiny, not shiny. Shiny Jigglypuff, okay. Not the world's greatest shiny, won't lie. It could definitely be better, but I mean, shiny's a shiny. You take what you can get. Plus, Jigglypuff's an iconic Pokemon. You can't complain about that. Found an XY. Nice. Was it a random wild shiny? Were you in the Friend Safari? I used to do a bunch of Friend Safari hunting back in XY. Or were you? I was about to say, or were you doing the chain fishing method or whatever? How are you going to chain fish a Jigglypuff? They're not in the water. I did that a lot too. That was the chain fishing in X and Y was a crazy method for getting shinies. Like, yeah, it was a little bit tougher than regular fishing for like holding the chain. You could pretty easily miss in the reel. But once you got the real hang of it, you could get shiny so easily with those chain fishes in XY. I had so many shiny Relicanth and stuff like that from doing all that fishing. Shiny Wurmple and Emerald. Okay. I like shiny Wurmple. I like that. The purple is a good color. Cascoon and Silcoon. I mean, you can take it or leave it with them, but I think Beautifly and Dustox have nice shinies as well. I believe my first ever shiny was in Ruby, and it was a Geodude. I say I believe because, like, it's the first one I remember. I was probably 8 years old, so don't really remember everything from back then, but from what I do recall, shiny Geodude was my first. Ooh, that's rough. Failing the shiny Ghastly. Shiny Hunt and Diamond. Okay, nice. You want to hunt for a starter? Any Pokemon in particular? Maybe Dialga. Always Giratina. Giratina's still an option in Diamond for sure. Shinx, okay. Nice. That is a good shiny for sure. We like Shinx here. Shinx is actually one of the... Oh, I always forget where to point. One of the 20 Pokemon we have as a shiny right now for this Living Dex is a Shinx. Technically we have 2 shiny Shinx, but only one is counting, the other one will eventually become a Luxray, and then it'll count as that. I guess once it evolves into a Luxio, then it's like, really, that's when you can increase the counter. And then whether or not it becomes a Luxray or not, you still increase the encounter by 1, or the counter, whatever you call it, for that shiny. Which time? You go through Mount Coronet about 4 times throughout the course of the main story of Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. There's the... I guess you can get into it when you around the second gym, kind of in the northern part, but then you can't like go through it. You can just kind of go in it for a second. You got to go back down towards the first town, or the first gym town, then you go into it and go over. And then the next time you go through it, you go like up to go that way. And then you gotta come back into it to do the... So maybe it's only 3 times you're really required to be in Mount Coronet throughout the... Where's there a 4th time? I can't remember. I think here in just a second, I'm going to do a little bit of my patented RNG or frame, or yeah, whatever you call it, RNG manipulation, frame rolling, whatever. We'll let the game sit here for a moment, which it would kind of be my luck if like the frames that determine when you get the shiny is not dependent on this at all. It's like going into this, and then once you're actually in the game, it doesn't matter. That'd be my luck, and I'm just doing this for nothing, but we'll sit here for a second, let the game roll, and then we'll resave and get back to resetting. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think how they kind of base the whole region around Mount Coronet, and it's kind of like this ever-looming presence, no matter where you are in the region. It's just kind of like Mount Coronet's there, and you just gotta go back and through it constantly throughout the game. I think that's pretty neat. Alright, we're gonna save the game here real quick. I think Shinx is on the majority of all those first routes. It's not on the very first route, like when you first leave, what is it, Twin Leaf Town, the starting town. It's not on that first route, it's on the route after Sand Gem. And then almost every route after Sand Gem for the early part of the game, I think there are Shinx on most of those routes. I always forget that sometimes the national dex was like a little bit... There are some games where it's just like, okay, you beat the main game, here's the national dex, go catch other Pokemon. But then there are some games where, yeah, you actually have requirements to get it. I imagine once we get around to the whole national dex thing and our little platinum thing we got going on here, I'll probably add the national dex. I would hope so, at least. with the number of Pokemon I'll be catching and the like. We should probably be around that point. Hopefully we're still good there. Am I connected for a second? Yeah, it looks like we dropped... oh, losing it again. Is my internet either my internet's acting up because of the storm going on right now, or could just be my laptop, possibly. I don't know for certain. We might have just had some lag there, unfortunately. It looks like it's settling down for a second, so we'll check out these Tepig. Yeah, I don't know if it's the internet being weird because of the weather, or maybe my computer, possibly. Oh well, looks like we're good now. Anyone here watch House of the Dragon? You want to catch that over the weekend? Season 2 finale. I won't say anything until, actually I probably won't say much in case anyone out there is planning on watching it and, doesn't want to get spoiled, but yeah, the season finale of House of the Dragon was this weekend, and it was something. It was something for sure. I didn't hate it like a lot of people seem to. It was a tiny bit of a I wouldn't even say a letdown. It's really just the expectations you kind of build for yourself. And I don't know I haven't read the book, so I don't know where the story goes next. So, my expectations are purely based on my imagination. So it was a little bit, some people have kind of said it didn't really resolve anything and it left a little too much for going into the next season. Now, obviously you need to leave stuff for next season, but it was kind of very open-ended in a way. Like, there wasn't really a resolution to the season. It was just kind of like, someone said this was basically just a long preview for season 3, and I can kind of see that. I can kind of get that. Still a great episode, though. I mean, HBO, the people behind the show, make great TV. They know what they're doing in terms of visuals, and I for sure enjoy more just talky people, political battling, and I do think that's pretty interesting, pretty fun. But sometimes you do just want to see two dragons go at it. I'm all paranoid. I realized this was like a Cynthia team, or Cynthia, what do you call it, battle theme. And now I'm all paranoid because over the weekend I had a copyright claim on one of the past streams for, it said they were claiming Cynthia by someone, so I assumed it was related to Cynthia theme. But then I went to kind of edit out that portion of the video because YouTube lets you do that. You know, if you get a copyright claim, you can just take out or mute that portion of the video that's claimed. I went to do that, but since I have the whole name thing down here for the song, I was like, this isn't Cynthia's theme for this portion of whatever. I know that copyright claiming and that spam copyright claims are just incorrect copyright claims are pretty rampant on YouTube. I know it's a common problem, but from what I looked up about whoever was claiming it, it seems like it's probably legit. And so I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna worry about it, not gonna bother with it, and I'll just remove that portion of the video. But I did think it was weird. I don't know if these remixes maybe took a portion of Cynthia's theme and added it somewhere else. And I don't know, it's like what AI and bots and stuff are the ones that really scan these videos, these lives and the like for determining copyright sounds and yada yada. And they can always just be wrong, I guess. So fortunately at some point I might have to drop the Pokemon music and just go strictly with, for sure, copyright free stuff, just to avoid any issues. I mean, obviously right now I'm not making any money off of this, so it doesn't really matter if stuff gets copyright claimed. Doesn't really affect my channel, but don't want to get a copyright strike. That's the bad one. You don't want that, because you get too many copyright strikes and your channel goes bye-bye. I obviously don't want that. Being a reaction channel, that's got to be a beast in itself, trying to react to content and not get just bombarded with copyright stuff. That's got to be oh, that's gonna be a chore. But what's up, KW? How's it going? Appreciate you dropping on in here. No Tepigs. Bit good. Yeah, I think that's good there. Yeah, that works. I'm doing pretty good. A little tired. Had a long day of work, but otherwise I'm great. I am chilling, enjoying myself, relaxing, trying to find I'm gonna call him a golden pig, even though it's kind of more like a mustard yellow than a gold, but I like gold better. I'm an engineer, So when I'm not sitting at a desk streaming looking for a shiny Pokemon, I'm sitting at a desk, still staring at a computer, doing math. Not really. I can't remember the last time I actually had to had to do math for my job, which is nice because sometimes the math can be a little much. A lot of it really is actually just document work, like throwing documents together. I've had to do the occasional calculation, but luckily they have not been too bad yet in terms of the math. Okay, nah. I would say nice. Retail is not not always the best gig. I mean, sometimes you might find yourself in a good position, good spot, but yeah, certainly I did a lot of food service work growing up through high school and college, and yeah, I know food service and retail are pretty hand in hand, and yeah, food service was not always lovely. Oh, that's really sweet. Well, I'd say you got a pretty I'd say you got a pretty good gig then. They're paying for you to go to college. Or schooling. Doesn't have to be college. Could be trade school, the like, whatever you're interested in doing. Okay, nice, nice. I, during my first year of college, I almost switched over. I was very tempted to switch from engineering to graphic design. That was right around the time, this was 10 years ago, right around the time I started getting into YouTube. I obviously did not go anywhere 10 years ago with YouTube because, you know, I'm here, you know, we're vibing on this channel, but this is a newer channel. But yeah, 10 years ago when I started getting into like YouTube and trying to make videos and content and the like, I got really into Photoshop. I really enjoyed doing Photoshop work for my YouTube stuff way back then. So I did almost switch to graphic design because back then all the craze was Pokemon Let's Plays and, you know, stuff of that nature. So I needed layouts and designs for my videos. A lot of sometimes I had like summertime. Some of the times I had people from the Pokemon community that I knew make graphics for me, but I would also make a lot of stuff myself, and I really enjoyed it. I was like, learning how to do this would be really fun, but ultimately stuck with engineering. Yeah, I thought Photoshop was cool to learn how to use. I don't necessarily like Adobe's model on how you get access to Photoshop. I don't like having to pay a subscription service for stuff like that, but I mean, I guess I pay a subscription service essentially for stuff like Word and Excel, so not much different from Microsoft there. But I'm just using GIMP for my graphic needs since it is free, and it's definitely not as good as Photoshop, but it gets the job done. And that was 2,400 encounters, by the way. So 100 more encounters down, who knows how many more to go. Brett, what's up? What's up? Yep, 2,500 is the call right now. At least that was kind of the call I made a little bit ago. I wasn't super sold on it, but it's what we got. It's what we got. Thank you, thank you. I do in fact believe I got this as well. I once again made the bold statement at the beginning of this that we would get a shiny today. I mean, one day I will be correct, so you know. Never stop until you get it. If I got a legit, if I truly got a legit double shiny full odds, I don't even know how I'd react to that. Truly don't know how I would react. You know, we had a little bit of fun in the last Platinum Cute Charm stream. Got a double shiny encounter in the Eterna Forest when we got to team up with Cheryl, but obviously that is not the same as getting double shinies in full odds. So this is the first full odds hunt that we're doing for this here living dex. So yeah, this Tepig is the first of this. No Oshawott, no Snivy. The 20 shinies we have so far were all gotten through Cute Charm glitch in Platinum, so we have yet to get a full odds shiny Pokemon. This Tepig will presumably be the first one, but I've also been toying with the idea of throwing another full odds hunt into the rotation of things we do here. But we'll see. I haven't fully committed to that yet. Okay, nice. So was black or white your first ever game? All right, black. I meant to say black and white or black 2 white 2. Like, which was your first game? I would imagine, yeah. Okay, yeah. I would imagine black or white, but black. You said. I don't know. I don't think I've ever met anyone who said black 2 or white 2 was their first ever Pokemon game. Probably not many people would get into a video game series like Pokemon and choose the Pokemon a game with the number 2 in the title. They would probably choose one that doesn't sound like a sequel to start them off. Nice. White 2 is kind of like this little, I don't know what you'd call it. My first Pokemon game ever was Crystal, way back in the year 2001, I want to say. But I did take about a 4 or 5 year break from Pokemon between the ages of like 11 and 16. So White 2 was kind of like my rebirth into, which is funny. Well, it really wasn't White 2. It was playing through Black and White with one of my friends. But it was playing through White 2 that really got me back into Pokemon. Like, I played through, I think it was Black, and my friend had White, and we played through that together. And it was fun, but like, I wasn't, die hard back into Pokemon once playing it. But then I played White 2, and that's when I it coincided with finding Pokemon stuff on YouTube. That's when I really dove back into being a fan. So really, I guess you could say Pokemon Black was my resurgence back into it, but I consider it White 2 because that was the game I enjoyed playing White 2 more. They're my favorite games for a reason. At first was Ruby, played it one day. I'm gonna probably play with Pokemon White. Gotcha. First Pokemon game you owned is Pokemon Y. Okay. Nothing you beat Choice. Choice Specs Miraidon does pack quite a punch for sure. And welcome to the stream, by the way. Thanks for dropping one in. Yeah, Choice Specs. I don't know why every generation they just decide to introduce one new Pokemon. I guess it's not every generation, but it seems like most every generation. They just decide to make one Pokemon. Specifically a legendary. Extremely broken. And that really started with what? I think it started with X and Y. Well, really it was Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, because that's when we got Mega Rayquaza. We had Mega Rayquaza, broken. I don't think Sun and Moon really introduced a crazy legendary. I mean, Ultra Necrozma seemed like it would be that Pokemon, but it was never like that busted. Like, it was good, but it was never like Mega Rayquaza-zation level busted. Favorite Gen 9 starter. So I haven't actually played Gen 9, but I mean, I gotta go Fuecoco. I was like gonna get Violet on the day of release, and then just couldn't bring myself to do it because I'd gotten both via Brilliant Diamond and Legends Arceus on the day of release when they came out. I've yet to play either of them. So when Scarlet and Violet came around, I was like, I haven't actually played the last 2 new Pokemon games that have come out, even though I bought them, so I decided just not to buy Scarlet or Violet. I will one day, I'll play them eventually, but just haven't done it yet. I really should play Legends Arceus before Legends ZA comes out, because I actually genuinely do want to play Legends ZA, because I want to see how it kind of like either follows up on or is a predecessor to X and Y in a way. Yeah, Quaxley was cool, but I can't get down with Quaquaval either. Him and Quaxwell, I just think are kind of like odd. Yeah, not super big fan of them. And then, I think Sprigatito and Florigato, whatchamacallits, Meowscarada, I think they're cool as well. But I'm typically a fire type starter person, so Fuecoco was automatically when I saw that little guy, and then I saw Skeledirge, I was like, yeah, that's the evolution line for me if I ever actually play the game. Yeah, I thought Fuecoco's little derpy ass was. I thought everything about him was great. Like I said, I think the generation before Sword and Shield, I was actually team Scorbunny the entire time up until the game came out. And then for some reason, when I actually went to choose my starter, I went with Grookey. I never have gone with the grass type starter first time around, like ever. Don't know why I did that. I was team Scorbunny all the way, and then came to choosing my starter, and I was like, okay, actually I'm gonna go with Grookey instead. And yeah, don't know why, but Sun and Moon went with Litten first, and then X and Y went with Finnegan first. Black and White, I went with Tepig first. I think, did I go with Chimchar first in Diamond and Pearl, or did I go with Piplup? I might have gone Piplup in Diamond and Pearl. I do not remember. I'm actually going to let these beautiful cutscenes play for y'all. I'm going to let the music, kind of vibe out. Y'all can chat. I got to go handle something real quick. Take my dogs outside, if I can speak. And I'll be right back. Ooh, all right. Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry about that. Probably lost some people there, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. You gotta be a dad, at least a dog dad, and go try and take little stinky little booty butts that don't want to go to the bathroom outside because it is raining. So, KW might be gone already, but appreciate you stopping on by and hope to see you around again. And DK, I see you're back. Appreciate that. I need to fix my chair as well. Goodness gracious, we are all over the place right now. Okay. And so yeah, thanks everyone again for your patience. Truly, truly kind of you to I don't know. Let's get this damn pig. Let's just get this pig already. And it'll be right here. You know, we did all that waiting because the pig right there. That would have been great, but unfortunately it did not work. What were you working on? And also, what holiday is it? Okay. All right. Let's get back in the groove. Let's get back in the swing of everything. Independent. Okay, nice. Well, congrats to you. Congrats to y'all. Do you have any big plans for that? Any big celebrating, or just kind of chilling out, keeping low profile? Start with something kind of weird. Love learning. I mean, can't really relate. Recently, I don't play the Pokemon games nearly as much as I used to. I do still enjoy playing the older ones. I don't really play the new ones all that much. I typically, in the last 4 or 5 years, the most I've enjoyed out of Pokemon is collecting stuff like, toys and plushies and cards. So that's been most of my fandom has been this around me, not so much playing the games. I'm just doing this shiny hunting journey because these are my favorite games that I actually do enjoy playing these games on repeat. I find these ones really, really fun. And because of that, I wanted to devote way too much time in my life to finding every shiny Pokemon that exists here, but I guess I can't act like Pokemon games are like the most fun I've ever had playing video games. Obviously, there are other games that are like a little bit more, what do you call it? Proactive, interactive? I don't know what word I'm looking for, but I like Pokemon in basically all facets. Sometimes there are part of the games where it's kind of, it can be a little bit tedious. I know we can get a little bit of a grind, but not too terrible for the most part. I guess really the battling aspect of Pokemon is what's for me, the fun, enjoyable part of playing the games. Kind of working out a strategy to beat a trainer and whatnot, beat a gym, which, once you get to a certain point, beating gyms is not really that difficult. Same with Elite Four and Champion, but when you're new to the series, I do think it is fun. Or at least when they actually, and then when they also manage to present you with a challenge, like in boss battles and the like. I do think that's fun, like figuring out how to beat battles like that. But I guess for the most part, the overworld kind of story aspect of Pokemon it's fair. I mean, I think there's a reason why most Pokemon games don't really focus on heavy story. I mean, they do a bit of story, but there's a reason why the gimmicks every generation are battle-related gimmicks. Mega Evolutions, Z-Moves, Dynamax, Terastallization. They introduce battle gimmicks because battling is the appeal of the games, really. But then everyone has their own thing. So some people probably really enjoy just breeding Pokemon. Some people might, enjoy the grind of training Pokemon. Everyone has their own preferences. I think we need a counter right there. Yep. Minecraft story mode would be interesting. Imagine if they ever actually implemented a story mode for Minecraft. It's been around for this long. I don't think they'll actually do it, but I guess in a way that there's a little bit of a story with what, I don't know if it's a story, but it's like a mission, the end and the dragon and all that. Wouldn't really call that a story though. It's just kind of like a objective to beating the game. Who knows? Maybe at some point. I'm not the world's biggest Minecraft fan. I always thought it was just kind of a open world sandbox kind of game. But if you're interested in there is Pixelmon or Cobblemon, whatever. There might be two of them now, or maybe they changed names. But there's definitely a way to play Pokemon in Minecraft. Plenty of people do it. I know people whose entire channel is based around Pixelmon or Cobblemon. All they do is play Minecraft, but it's Pokemon Minecraft. So you can certainly do that for sure. Minecraft did have a story mode. Interesting. I must have missed that. Gotcha. I've never tried Pixelmon or Cobblemon or whatever. I've always thought they looked interesting. Maybe we'll give them a shot one day, but for now, nah. I don't even have Minecraft installed on either of my computers. And probably, I would imagine my account has been deactivated or deleted. I think I kept getting emails that was like, hey, you gotta switch your Mojang account over to Java, something. I was getting something if I wanted to maintain my Minecraft account, and I was like, I'm good. If I wanted to play Minecraft again, I'd probably have to buy it again and get a new username anyways, because I don't really resonate with the last Minecraft username I had. It was really just a meme for my friends at the time, way back then. I think my username in Minecraft was the Fourth Ball Brother. This was way back when, I mean, they're still kind of in the public eye. But that family of basketball players, the Ball brothers, LaMelo, LiAngelo, and Lonzo, they were like a lot bigger back then and, you know, got a lot of coverage. And I think it was like a gag with one of my friends who didn't like them that I made my username the Fourth Ball Brother just to fuck with them. But yeah, nowadays I don't really keep up with them or basketball like that, so I would want a new username anyways if I ever played Minecraft again. Yeah, every time I play Minecraft, I tend to put about a decent, or the last time I played Minecraft, I would put about a month or so's work into it, and yeah, get bored of it. I was always the miner. Mining was always my thing for some reason. I loved strip mining. Man, I could strip mine all day long. Let me get down to level, what was it? Was it 12 or 13 where the diamonds spawned? 11, something like that. I can't remember exactly. Let me get down to that level, I would start strip mining for days. And then I would get all diamond armor, I'd enchant it, and then I'd be like, okay, my work here is done. I shall be moving on to other things. I would occasionally get into the building aspect of it, but for me, it was all about the mine. Ooh, dang, that is unfortunate for sure. I never even made it to the end, I don't think. I don't think I ever went into the end. It was never one of my priorities to go take on that dragon. I don't think I ever went there. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool for a little while. One of my friends was really into figuring out redstone stuff, so whenever we would do servers together, he was always the one that put together the automated farms and, you know, iron. He built the whole iron contraption thing that would, use villagers to spawn iron golems, and then you would have the iron golem drop down and set fire, and you get, like, unlimited iron or whatever. He was always into stuff like that, setting up those kind of contraptions, but... And then when we had the friends that were the builders who just really liked making the bases. Yeah, I liked mining cobblestone, and somehow I liked exploring caves and mine shafts and stuff. I always thought that was fun. While underground in my mining realm. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, MK. Hopefully that can change for you soon. You just gotta start tripping someone else. When it seems like something's about to start happening, just sacrifice someone else to get left behind. That's what you gotta do. It's like when you're getting chased by a bear, you don't have to be, you don't have to be faster than the bear. You just gotta be faster than whoever you're with. Oh, we got the double female. Double female reset right there. So my favorite Pokemon is Dragonite. You can see I got the Dragonite. I can never get myself to point well. Got the Dragonite hoodie, all my Dragonite plushes, big old Dragonite Squishmallow. Don't have the Dragonite. I have a Dragonite hoodie, don't have it on today. But surprisingly, my favorite type is not Dragon, despite Dragonite being my favorite Pokemon. My favorite type has always been Psychic. I really like Psychic types. Well, I was about to say, even my second favorite, but no, my second favorite Pokemon is Weavile, so Dark and Ice, but my third favorite Pokemon is Espeon, so there is a Psychic type up there for me somewhere. And my favorite type combination, that is one I've never really thought about. Favorite type combination. What would I say my favorite type is? Would it be something mixed with Psychic, or is there another typing I like more? I mean, I do really like Dark Ice as the typing. So Weavile is really cool. I like Chien-Pao as well. I think Chien-Pao is cool. I don't know if I'd say, I don't know. Maybe just Psychic Steel. I think Metagross and Jirachi, Solgaleo, I think all Pokemon like that are really cool. I like the idea of Psychic Steel types. I think that's pretty sweet. So I guess I'll say Psychic Steel is my favorite type combo. Because Jirachi is up there as one of my favorite Pokemon. I'd probably say Jirachi's in my top 10 favorites. What other... I think... yeah, I would put Gardevoir. I really like Gardevoir as well. Up there in my top 10. Do I have any other Psychic types I would put in my top 10 other than... I guess I do have 3. It's probably the most. Espeon, Gardevoir, and Jirachi I'd put in my top 10 favorite Pokemon. And then Dragonite's really the only dragon in my top 10. Yeah, Bronzor is Steel Psychic as well. Nah, Bronzor's not quite as cool as the other 3, but still fine, Yeah, Dragonite is the only dragon I think in my top 10. Then Weavile is probably also the only dark and Ice type. Ghost is also up there for me too. I do really like Ghost types. Because Aegislash and Chandelure I'd put in my top 10 as well. So that puts me at 7 Pokemon so far that I've listed off. What other Pokemon would I put in my top 10? I do really like Suicune just because mascot of Crystal. Crystal was my first game. So I like Suicune. It'll give me 8 Pokemon I think I've listed off so far. Swampert's definitely up there because Swampert's my favorite starter, so that'd be a 9, I think. The Mudkip line, I really like Mudkip. And probably rounding out my top 10, I think I'd throw Rabombi in there. I know that's a random one, but I have a reason for Rabombi. Let's see, let's check out these Tepig real quick first, though. Oh, I keep smacking my microphone today. I need to stop doing that. Rabombi, way back when I was doing a Pokemon Draft League, and I drafted Rabombi. Actually, very recently I tried a Pokemon Draft League as well, and I also drafted Rabombi because I like it so much in draft specifically. But way back, like 7-8 years ago, I had a Rabombi, and I went into a matchup with someone who had like Mega Aggron, Scolipede. Their team, Registeel. Their team did not seem like it would be a good Rabombi matchup. Rabombi had kind of, up until that point, I think I had Suicune on my team as well. I kind of made their name as my two best Pokemon, or two Pokemon I used the most to, take people on. And so I think my opponent believed I wouldn't bring Rabombi because of all the Pokemon, like the 2 Steels and the poison type with speed boost that they had. So they ended up only bringing the Mega Aggron, and I had Rabombi on my team, and they led Mega Aggron. I led Archeops, and I specifically led Archeops, anticipating them to lead Aggron, which they did, thankfully. And I was running Endeavor Focus Sash, so I set up my rocks. They set up their rocks. I might add knockoff at the last move or something. I don't remember. Or no, I had Taunt. I think I taunted them first, so they couldn't get up their rocks. And then they Iron-Headed me. Anyways, they got me down to 1 HP off the Focus Sash. I used Endeavor to bring them down to 1 HP, which basically eliminated their Aggron. And then I was able to, a few turns later, get in my Rabombi to set up and sweep just 6-0 with Rabombi with Quiver Dance and HP Fire, Moonblast, Bug Buzz. So yeah, that was a little bit of a long story I went around on there, but yeah, basically because I swept someone 6-0 with a Rabombi and they were just flabbergasted, like, I can't believe you brought that thing. I thought you would never bring it because my team was like so stacked against it, and honestly, probably wasn't my best idea to bring Rabombi into their team, but it worked out. And so yeah, I've liked Rabombi ever since. Plus, I think Bug Fairy is a cool typing. Let's see, Excadrill, Volcarona, Crocodile, Haxorus, and Magnezone in top 5. A lot of us. DK, you really are a Gen 5 fanboy. You really are a Gen 5 fan. You got 4 Gen 5 Pokemon and then Magnezone. And then MK, Garchomp, Blaziken, Aegislash, Haxorus, Volcarona. Okay. Nice. Also a very powerful lineup. I enjoy Haxorus as well. Haxorus is great. I think Garchomp is really cool too. I would say, yeah, I'd say Garchomp is my second favorite pseudo. Behind Dragonite, obviously. Volcarona was your first shiny. That is really impressive. How did you get that? How did you come across that? Did you find it in the like Relic Castle or whatever in black and white as a shiny, or did you like breed for it? I think at one point I had a shiny Volcarona. I think I might have bred for a shiny Larvesta in XY Oris or something like that, and ended up with a Volcarona. Yeah, I mean, Gen 5 did introduce a lot of really good Pokemon. Like, the power creep going from Gen 4 to Gen 5 was pretty crazy. They really kind of amped things up starting in Gen 5. Like, the power creep from Gens 1 to 4 was, like, more gradual. Pokemon from Generation 1 weren't completely phased out by Gen 4, and I mean, they weren't really super phased out by Gen 5 anyways, but Gen 5 was just like, hey, these Pokemon are really freaking good. You should probably use them, and unfortunately Gen 1 Pokemon and Gen 2 specifically, good lord, Gen 2, they're gonna falter a little bit. Except for Scizor. Scizor is gonna remain amazing, because it's a great Pokemon. Yeah, it would have been cool if they did another dual pseudo generation. They probably wouldn't have made two dragons their pseudos, but it would have been cool to have both Haxorus and Hydreigon be a pseudo. I don't. I really want to. I want to know the thought process they had behind doing Metagross and Salamence in Gen 3, almost a Gen 2 for a second. Because they haven't done it ever since. And it was also what? Gen 3 was the last time they didn't do a non-dragon pseudo as well. There's really interesting decisions they made there. They, Dragon type Gen 1, then they went to T-Tar in Gen 2. So it was like, okay, clearly Dragon type is not the pseudo type, and then they kind of reaffirmed that in Gen 3 with Metagross, but then they did do Salamence as well. So, there were two dragons and two non-dragons. But then they they gave Cynthia Garchomp, and ever since we've gotten dragons. Oh, sweet, sweet. Little outbreak hunt. Man, neck. Gotta keep it loose, keep it loose. I really like that you can just get wild Metagross in Black 2 White 2. Like, it's just kind of crazy. It's kind of like how in Sun and Moon, or was it just Sun and Moon? I think it was. Or I think you can do it in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon too. It's even crazier in Ultra Sun, or Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. God, that's a lot to say. Getting a freaking Salamence before the first, well, I guess there's no gyms in those games, but getting a level 9 Salamence in those games is wild that you can do so early on, but it is really cool that you can encounter Metagross in the wild. In these games here. Yeah, Metagross and T-Tar are definitely up there for me as well. I mean, really, I'm a big fan of every pseudo. I'm not a big fan of Goodra or Komodo. I think they're definitely my bottom two. I don't hate them by any means. I just think of all the pseudos they've done, I'd probably put Goodra in last, honestly. And then Komodo right next to it. Hisui and Goodra, I don't really have too much of an opinion on. I probably actually like regular Goodra better. which may be in the minority. I think a lot of people prefer Hisui and Gudra. And then I'd probably put Baxcalibur next to as what would you that be? Number, I don't know how to do that math. There are 11 pseudo legendaries now, because there are 9 generations, but one of the generations had 2 pseudos, so that would give you 10 overall. But then also Gudra got a form, so technically that's an 11. So there are 11 pseudos. And 11, 10, 9. So I guess number 8 for me would be Baxcalibur. And then after Bax would be... I think I'd honestly put Salamence next. Salamence is really cool, but all the other ones are just better. Probably go Salamence and then Dragapult. Dragapult's really cool, but I just have so much kind of attachment to the other ones that I can't put it over them. Because after Dragapult, I would go... I'd say Metagross, just a tiny bit under Tyranitar, just like the tiniest little bit under Tyranitar. I'd go Metagross, T-Tar, and then Garchomp, Dragonite. For my pseudo ranking off the top of my head. There's nothing wrong with liking Gudra. I mean, I don't dislike Gudra by any means. It's just, of all the pseudos, it's in last place for me. I think it's really cool. I've used Gudra a lot competitively, like playing singles on Showdown. I think Gudra is a very, I like Gudra as a Pokemon, like, for battle-wise. I think it's pretty cool having, 150 What Spadef. And I certainly don't dislike its design. And considering I like Dragonite, I'm not always just on the super fierce, mean, crazy-looking pseudos. I like my chonky, kind of derpy boys, but it's just all the other pseudos I think are just a touch bit cooler, better, more fun maybe than Gudra. But yeah, no shade on Gudra at all. No shade, for sure. It's just, unfortunately, sometimes something's got to be in last place. I guess I forgot Hydreigon in there. I just realized with DK's comment. Where would I... The fact that I forgot Hydreigon might should put it lower, but I think I would put it in between Salamence and Dragapult. I do think I like Dragapult a little bit more than Hydreigon. I think that's everything. I do kind of like how in Black and White, it's like you beat... I like the structure of the game of Black and White. I like the fact that, like, the first time through, you take on N as the champion. Alder. Hopefully I did not just lose internet again. Hopefully we are back online, doing well. It has to be the storm that's affecting the internet right now. That's why I keep dropping. It would have to be. Hopefully I'm still streaming. Let me go check out over here. Okay, we're still good. Yeah, something's got to be up with my internet right now. But yeah, I kind of like the story of... I like the progression of Black and White. How, like, you beat the game and kind of become champion, but then you just have to go back and take on the true Elite Four and champion anyways in the post-game. And when you do that, you can actually use a Hydreigon. So like I kind of think that's a little bit of the point and the purpose of Hydreigon's late evolution level. Because the game isn't truly over when you beat In and Ghetsis. Like, Black and White is one of the only games, might be really the only game, where there maybe isn't a true post game, but just a really long main game. Like, yeah, you beat In and Ghetsis, and then you're really open to doing whatever you want, so there is no story structure to call it, you know, the main game. It's, I guess, the post game. But the fact that you truly take on the league and the champion afterwards, after kind of like exploring, you know, doing new things, you can kind of make your team stronger because their levels are higher. I think it's neat. I think it's interesting. And probably is why Hydreigon evolves as late as it does. Because technically you don't become champion until you beat Alder. Or do you? I don't remember. When you beat In and Ghetsis, you don't actually go into the Hall of Fame, right? But before I get on this tangent too quick, my favorite regional bird, it would either be between Swallow and Staraptor. I'm leaning Swallow. Talonflame and Corviknight are cool as well. But I think I'm going to go Swallow for a regional bird. Yeah, it's like In is the champion when you beat him because he beat Alder. But you don't, like I said, I don't think you go into the Hall of Fame when you beat In. You beat Ghetsis and then the story concludes. The first time you truly enter the Hall of Fame is when you have to retake on the Pokemon League and fight Alder, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm also kind of just a fan of Alder because I think it's cool how he's kind of like a bug type champion. So I think like I said, I kind of like the structure of Black and White of like beating the main game and like kind of beating the champion, but you're not truly the champion. And then you have to, you know, keep exploring the region, get stronger, and then take on the league and the actual champion Alder. And he might not be the toughest champion to take on, but I do like the fact that he's kind of like a bug type champion in a way. Because what he has a Selgor and a Scavalier. I think he has both of them, and Volcarona. What are his other three Pokemon? I know he was a Boufflant. And does he have a Sigilif? I don't remember what his... Definitely... what are his 6 Pokemon? It's been a long time since I actually took on Alder in Black and White. But I gotcha. Talonflame's really cool too. I like Talonflame for sure. And I mean, I personally like Talonflame because, goodness, freaking throat. I'm personally kind of connected to Talonflame because of how freaking cool it was to use competitively in X and Y. That thing with Gale Wings was broken. Throwing off those Braid Bird, like getting priority Braid Bird and then priority Roost. It was insane at the time. He only has 5 Pokemon on his champion team? He doesn't have a full team of 6? He does have. Okay, so I thought he had. Hey, I think a Selgor, a Scavalier, like I just think it's cool that he was like a pseudo bug, like kind of a bug type champion in a way, by having 3 bugs on his team. What's up, Jacob? What's up? Shiny hunting's going pretty good. Thanks for dropping on by. Sorry, almost missed your message there for a second, but I saw him. Yeah, we're doing good. We're just chilling. Waiting for this pig to finally shine. And then favorite shiny from MK. That's tough. A lot of really good shinies out there. Probably Aegislash. Either Aegislash or Haxorus. I also really like shiny Giratina. Ooh, that's tough. You know, I have a shiny Aegislash in my profile picture for my custom, so I do really like shiny Aegislash. I think the black sword with the red tip is really cool, and the kind of red, black, and gold shield. And then of course Haxorus, just all black with the red kind of sights, is really sweet. So obviously red and black is up there for me. But then Giratina has a surprisingly really cool shiny, which flips away from the red and black. Giratina is naturally red and black. Or it's really black with, like, you know, the little red accents on its wings or whatever you call them. But I do really like how Giratina turns into... it almost looks spacey. It's kind of like lighter color with the blue and the really light blue accents, and then kind of whatchamacallit, tannish underbelly. I think that's what shiny Giratina. So yeah, those 3 would definitely be up there for me. I think I'll have to go with Aegislash though. And then Chandelure is cool too. I think Chandelure has a nice shiny. I think it's sweet. It would have been really sick if it got blue flames instead of the kind of... it goes from just having red flames to kind of a orangish, and then the body's kind of like greenish in the shiny, if I'm thinking correctly. But I do think Chandelure has a cool shiny as well. And then yeah, Lunala has a 6 shiny also. The Blood Moon is really cool. Which, if memory serves me, does little Litwick have a blue shiny? Does this flame become blue when it's shiny, or am I thinking of... am I mistaken in that? I know its eye changes color with the shiny. Does it get a blue flame though? Can't remember. I think Lampent has like Chandelure's color scheme. I don't think it has a blue flame for Lampent either. I feel like, does Litwick? Ooh, cannot agree there. I think Garchomp Shiny is a travesty. Like, it's just not different enough from regular Garchomp, unfortunately, for me. Okay, so Litwick does have Blue Flame. Good to know, good to know. I was not mistaken in thinking that. Honest, I think they should have just kept... I think if they kept Gibble's shiny color scheme all throughout the evolution line, I think it would have been fine. But making Gabite and Garchomp just ever... Which, even Gabite might be better. I think it's really Garchomp that's like barely a change. Well, Gabite's not a huge change either. I mean, fair, yeah. Gengar is not great either. Gengar is pretty disappointing. Gengar is really disappointing considering how great Ghastly and Haunter are. Like, how do you go from shiny Haunter, which might be one of the coolest shinies out there, to Gengar, where you barely... It goes from purple to like a little bit darker purple. Meanwhile, Haunter's out here. Haunter's shiny isn't as good in 3D. It was great in the 2D era. With the kind of like blue mouth and tongue and then the blue outline on the hands. Shiny Haunter was great during 2D. Nowadays, it could be better. And then Ghastly also had a really good 2D shiny with the blue kind of mist or whatever. Ghastly gas, the blue gas around it was really cool. Yeah, shiny Blaziken could have been a little bit better. Torchic had a nice shiny, but then Combusken and Blaziken, not so much. They didn't. It's enough of a change that you can notice it, but it's still not like a huge change. And considering how great of shinies the Mudkip and Trico lines have, it is a little disappointing for Blaziken not to have a tiny bit better shiny. Yeah, once it got speed boost for sure, it became a powerhouse of competitive, at least competitive singles. I don't think Blaziken did much in VGC, but singles for sure. Speed boost Blaziken was quite crazy. I'll let the game run for a second, and then we'll save again. I feel like I'm just hitting the same frames over and over again. I'm probably not, but you know, my brain gets all... I get all up in my head, and we're 10 away from the guess, by the way. I just realized we are 10 away from good old 2,500 resets. So 5 more pairings of 2, and then we will be at 1/4 of the way to 10K. Hopefully we do not make it to 10K, but we are getting 1/4 of the way there. And you know what? I think for these last 10, these aren't the last 10 of the night, but for these 10 going up to 2,500, let's do a little bit. Let's do them one at a time. Why not? Do them all a little special. So No coin flips until the end, but we'll at least look at them individually going on until we get there. If I can get you back in place. And not to you either, not shiny as well. For a second, I was like, what is this theme playing right now? I have never heard the Super Contest Dance theme. That was something going on. I mean, definitely looking back on stuff can be a little bit, you know, you can get a little down, maybe a little melancholy thinking about the past sometimes, but I guess I tend to not to... I don't really look on like spending a lot of time doing things negatively. Not that I can really think of off the top of my head. I guess I can look back on like spending too much time like in a, I don't know where I'm going, in a situation or a mental state, you know. Sometimes I guess looking back on that and being like, oh, I spend so much time like feeling like this, or kind of sticking around in this situation when I should have maybe switched things up, but nah, I said I was going to do these all individually, but I just went ahead and went with those two, but that's okay. I think we need two resets there. Forgot to do the last reset. But yeah, once we get the Tepig, I mean, looking back on the amount of time spent getting it will be... I'll look back on it fondly. I think it's been fun. I've enjoyed these streams. I've enjoyed chatting with everyone. So I've enjoyed my time so far, sitting here mashing buttons. I mean, I ultimately think Pikachu being the mascot came down to just marketability. I think they made a call and they decided of all the 151 Pokemon that Pikachu would be the most marketable to everyone, to the broadest audience. Because I do know for a second they were thinking about making the, or at least maybe Ash's companion or the mascot, they were thinking about making it Clefairy. But then they ultimately went with Pikachu, I think, because I think they thought Pikachu would appeal more neutrally to boys and girls. I think they thought Clefairy was maybe a little bit too leaning towards girls, and they wanted to capture both. Because, I mean, Pikachu appeals to, you know, a very wide audience. A lot of people like Pikachu. That's kind of impossible to say. It's like, yeah, it's kind of impossible to say that Pikachu is the most forgettable Pokemon because it's Pikachu. It's literally impossible. It's pretty impossible to forget Pikachu exists because it's Pikachu. Like, my mother could not name a single Pokemon but Pikachu. Like, Pikachu is up there with Mickey Mouse in terms of global recognition. Like, if you even are remotely interested in Pokemon, I don't think it's possible to forget Pikachu exists. Unless you're 4 years old and literally I keep saying literally. You're 4 years old and the first time you've ever touched Pokemon was like a game. You've never seen the anime. You've never seen toys. Like, you know. Maybe if you're really young, you can forget about Pikachu. Well, but the thing is, you brought Pikachu up, so you're not forgetting about Pikachu. Maybe you're not thinking about Pikachu 24/7, but you don't forget Pikachu's a Pokemon. Like, Pikachu's always there. It's always present. Like I said, you might not be thinking about it 24/7. But they're the Pokemon that you literally never think of and would not just randomly pull the name out of your head. Those are the random ones that are most forgettable. Oh, and I just realized I was just going on about that, and yeah, we got the 2,500 encounters. That was the call for our shiny. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Neither of them are shiny, so kind of just sped on past that. Oh well. But yeah, certainly you could say Pikachu's overrated. Wouldn't argue with you there. But forgettable, that feels really tough considering the marketability and Pikachu being the face of Pokemon. Now, if you want to say Pichu is forgettable, sure, maybe because Pikachu overshadows it. Even then, I don't think I would say Pichu is one of the most forgettable Pokemon, but you know, you could say because of the overshadowing of Pikachu that Pichu and Raichu are maybe forgettable, but I mean, you could effectively joke around and say that there are two mice, two mice out there in the global economy that run that they're at the top. They just dominate everything. You got Mickey Mouse and you got Pikachu. You know, whether you're in America or Japan, the big mouse is always watching. Well, Pikachu does always seem to get... I mean, Pikachu gets love within the games. Pikachu got a Gigantamax form. So did Pokemon like Eevee and Meowth, but, you know, they gave Pikachu a Gigantamax form. Pikachu got its own Z move. Pikachu, you know, has its own held item, the Light Ball. Pikachu certainly doesn't have the spotlight on it in every Pokemon game, but it does receive a lot of love. Gets a lot of love in the TCG. I mean, Pikachu dominates. Pikachu gets a lot of cards. Pikachu's on a lot of high-end trophies. You know, a lot of the big name cards Pikachu's on. But certainly, from a game standpoint, Pikachu's not, you know, the focal point of the games. But when it comes to merch, Pikachu drives sales. That is a faux sure. You're not wrong. It did not get 2 megas. It did not get 2 megas. Honestly surprising we didn't get a Mega Pikachu. I mean, if you look at the Pika clones, as they're called, as Pikachu forms, because you know Pokemon like Plusle and Minun, Pachirisu, Dedenne, you know, all those Pokemon. like they were created with Pikachu in mind. There's a reason why they're given, you know, they're all given the little patches on their face. They're all electric types. Like they might not be an explicit form of Pikachu, but they might as well be. Yeah, I mean, shoot, in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Pikachu got more variants with those costume Pikas than most Pokemon, even most popular Pokemon have. Pikachu got more variants with those costume Pikas. At least they gave Raichu in a Alolan form. You know, they tried to do something with Raichu, give it a little love, but... Oh, man. Shinx is very cool, and maybe if it was, you know, Generation 4 was one of the first generations of Pokemon, maybe Shinx would have been. But yeah, considering what we got out of all the Generation 1 Pokemon, I mean, yeah, if you're going to go with them, I mean, there's a reason why Charizard gets a lot of love too. You could kind of call Charizard a semi-mascot of Pokemon as well. Like, Pikachu is the mascot, but then Charizard's like the second mascot. Yeah, Raichu definitely got the short end of the stick. Especially because the anime is so... The first season of the anime is so long forgotten and not relevant to younger kids. So, like, if you grew up with that first season of the anime and, you know, Lieutenant Surgeon's Raichu were a pretty big deal for Ash and his Pikachu, that painted Raichu as being, you know, formidable foe, like, you know, the better version of Pikachu. But outside of that, it's like... Raichu is definitely an afterthought to Pikachu. I mean, I wouldn't say Blastoise is on the side. I mean, it certainly doesn't get the love Charizard does. It gets more love than Venusaur, so there's that. But a lot of Charizard hype also plays into the anime as well. You know, that first little bit. Ash had a Charizard, not a Blastoise, so that stuck with a lot of people. Charizard was very cool in the anime. You know, its personality was very different than the other Pokemon, so it stuck out in that regard. And yeah, fire is, you know, when you think of the elements, fire is naturally seen as a more interesting and popular, cooler, as you would say, fire. Which is why I think generally it's fire, water, grass for most people in terms of, well, a lot of people do like water type starters as well, but I think there's a reason why grass is generally the last one that people like, because when you think about grass in terms of fire and water, it just doesn't stack up, you know. When you think of your lawn, the grass in your yard versus, you know, a raging river, water seems cooler. Think of a tree versus, you know, a blazing fire. Yeah, the fire seems cooler. Even when you think about how powerful plants can be and the way they can, like, you know, overtake things and, you know, grow into stuff and, you know, split boulders apart and that, you know, all that, it still just like doesn't strike you as cool, as, you know, grand. So yeah, Charizard was disobedient in the anime. I guess it was kind of like, I guess you could say Ash over-leveled him. I don't really know if that was probably kind of the intention. They were like, this is well, the whole Pokemon disobeying you thing is only when they get traded to you. Well, I guess actually Charmander was another trainer's Pokemon before Ash got it, so it kind of did get traded to him. So yeah, I guess the idea behind Charizard was that Ash over-leveled it and it became disobedient. But then when Charizard wanted to fight for Ash, it came through, really, in the clutch. But really, what kept Ash from winning the title way back in the day for 25 years was plot. That's what kept Ash from the title. I mean, you can't have Ash win every tournament because then one, becomes less interesting, and two, where do you go from there if Ash doesn't have any growing to do? You know, Ash becomes the champion in the Gen 1 anime. What's the point of the Gen 2 anime? They got to keep that money train going, keep the anime pumping. And as you saw, they they made Ash champion, and I mean, they made him. He became champion of Alola before he became world champion in the Galar arc, whatever. But you know, they made him world champion, and then that was immediately after becoming Alola champion. And so they said, "All right, deuces, Ash is gone. We're stuck with Liko and Roy now." I haven't watched the anime since like 2006, but I do know the new characters' names at least. But yeah, bringing up the Squirtle squad. I wish they would make a Squirtle squad pop figure. I think that'd be really cool. You just had a pop figure with Squirtle wearing sunglasses. Or maybe like they make one of those bigger pop figures where you have four or five Squirtle in it, and then the one in the middle, the boss, has the sunglasses on it. I don't think they'd ever do that, but I think it'd be cool. Just like I'm honestly, I mean, it's probably the logistics of it all. I'm surprised shiny Pokemon are not made into pop figures. Like, I'm really surprised that, like I said, the logistics of trying to just make some Pokemon shiny as a pop and it be like a chase would be difficult, but I think they should do that, honestly. Because they do have chase pops. Like, I know that's a thing when you buy a case of 6 pop figures. I don't know if all of them have it, but I know some of them have like a chase variant that's like a little bit different. It's obviously not as rare as finding a shiny Pokemon, but I think they'd be really sweet. There's like a 1 in 100 chance that a pop figure is a shiny Pokemon. So whenever stores or whatever, Funko sends out the shipments, so every 1 in 100 pop figures is a shiny. Obviously that would create supply and demand. People would be going crazy trying to get the shiny pop and then try and sell it for exorbitant prices online. There is that also to consider. Maybe people wouldn't like having to deal with that, but could you imagine if they had an official release red and black Charizard pop figure? I think that'd be pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Also, I think Ponyta has been a pop figure before, so imagine a Ponyta with blue flames on a pop. Pretty sick, pretty sick. Yeah, that would definitely be something they try in maybe a Legends type game or a spin-off or something. But I don't see a mainline game having those kind of mechanics. I feel like turn-based is just the bread and butter of Pokemon. Plus, like, if they did implement, being able to move around and dodge attacks in the actual game, it really would just turn into Pokken instead of actual Pokemon battles, and they would change the whole competitive format. And yeah, that'd be something they'd experiment with if they ever tried it in a side game. Which really, that's kind of what Pokken was. Fighting with Pokemon in a more realistic style battle where you can dodge attacks and this, that, the other. But then Pokken was not like super incredibly popular. I think it was decent. I tried playing it a little bit. I wasn't much of a fan of it. I'm not great at fighters anyways. I've never been a Super Smash Bros. Prodigy or anything, but yeah, I wasn't too huge on Pokken. All I know about Power World is that you can catch things that look a lot like Pokemon, even though they say they aren't, and then they're guns. That's all I know about Power World. I never played it, never watched anyone play it, never had any interest in it. But it is funny how a lot of those creature designs are almost straight up just Pokemon. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Oh. Okay, got a lot of yawning going on. A lot of yawning. Yeah, they just took Lucario and kind of just added on to the Pharaoh Egyptian thing, the theme that Lucario kind of has going on. Scoot back first. Try and stretch a little bit while we sit here and work away on the shinies. I think there was one that's like, I think I saw one that was almost just exactly the same as Lycanroc Dust Form. Like same kind of mane and everything. It was basically just Lycanroc. And what, there was one that was basically a Alolan Ninetales as well. Oh, I saw one that was, it was Meganium. It's just Meganium. Oh, we got another double female encounter. Ooh, come on, little Tepig, come on. We need you to be shiny. We need a shiny. We need that full odds hype. We haven't truly been able to pop off on a shiny yet. You know, they've all just been like, yay, shiny. We need a true blue shiny pop off after a long, this isn't even a long hunt, unfortunately. But after a decently sized hunt, we need a good shiny pop off here. But the pop off is not right now. You know what? I'm kind of feeling a little bit, you know, a little bit spicy, kind of wanted to switch things up. We did an Oshawott encounter earlier. Never did a Snivy one, so let's throw out a random little Snivy encounter here for 2,540 resets. See if we can get a random. Was it Snivy's shiny? Is it just darker green or is it like a green blue? I think it's kind of like a green blue. So let's see, can we get a little green blue shiny Snivy here randomly in place of our desired Tepig? We do have one female over here on the Japanese copy. Let's see, do we have a shiny? No, we don't. Not today, little Snivy, not today. Oh, come on, little Tepig. All right. Little Tepig, why you not shine for me? Why you not shine? What I probably need to do to bring the luck, I need to get a Tepig plushie. That's what I need to do. I need to go find one of those Tepig sitting cutie plushies and flop it right. Well, I don't know if it fit back there, but I need to get it somewhere. I don't know if I could fit it on the screen, but I need to get one to hang out around here with us, bring us some luck. And you know what? Just kind of a random spur of the moment situation here. I'm gonna try the Juniper coin. We tried the Victini coin earlier. I think it was kind of random earlier, maybe. I don't remember why I did it, but we'll throw out a Juniper coin flip here and see if Juniper knows best on where the shiny is coming from. So Juniper, let me know. We'll go English as heads, Japanese as tails. All right, Japanese tails. Once again, we got Japanese up here up front. Juniper says the shiny is going to be here on this file. So let's see, is Juniper right? Unfortunately, Juniper doesn't really know what she's talking about, but that's okay. Because it just means the shiny is going to be on this one. It's a female. Can we get the female shiny? No, we cannot. Not today, not today. You know what I've never tried is a double coin flip. Maybe Juniper and Victini need to be in agreement with each other, you know. Perhaps that's what we've been missing the whole time. Maybe Juniper and Victini need to call their shot together. And if they overlap, and that means obviously the luck is there. So we're gonna try that for 2550. That's where we're gonna try that there. Can Victini and Juniper come together and agree on a shiny for us? All right, nothing here on this one, but that is A-okay. Catching a shiny Victini. You're not wrong. I mean, I've been toying with the idea of shiny or Victini being the next hunt after Tepig, but I've definitely been toying with that idea of Victini being the next full odd hunt we go for. Okay. I guess would it be this? I guess it is. Yeah. Okay. So it's this reset right here. I almost forgot about it. We need Juniper and Victini to align. We need both of them to tell us today. Are we getting a shiny right now for 2,550 encounters? Now I'm questioning. Should I wait one more and go 2,552? So it's 2,552. I think I'm waiting. So not right now, in like 2 minutes. That's when we'll figure out if the stars are aligning for this here shiny. All right, there we go. 2,550, definitely a very nice number, but I like the what do you call a number? It's not. Is it a palindrome? Is the number that's the same forward and backwards a palindrome? Kind of like how a word is this, you know, when it's the same forward and backwards palindrome. That also work for numbers, or am I just making that up? Or is it just a number? There's no name for it. I don't know, but we got our 2 coins sitting over here next to us. No. Okay, we're gonna go with the Tepigs. Almost decided to call an audible and go for, you know, Snivy or Boschwad or something, but not gonna do that. Not gonna do that today. Well, I'm still gonna say for our numerical palindrome for encounter 2552, we need Victini and Juniper, in case, you know, anyone here doesn't know what I'm talking about. We got a Juniper coin, we got a Victini coin. We need them to align, come together. We need 2 heads. Okay, we're gonna call it 2 heads. We're gonna get a shiny for this encounter right here. There we go. Heads number 1. Heads number 1. That's looking good. Looking good. Victini. Oh, I got a good flip on that one. But it's tails. Oh, but it's tails. I think we're still gonna get it. I think we're still gonna get it anyways. I'm confident. Luck be damned. The shiny, we're getting shiny still. Not on that one, but that's okay, because we're getting it on this one right here. I tried forcing it. I tried forcing the shiny, and that just, it doesn't work like that. You can't force the shiny, you know, you can't do it. The shiny like senses the energy, the aura, and shiny's like, hey yo, I don't like where we're at right now. Here, boss. So yeah, if it's cool with you, I'm not gonna shine today. Well, that is okay. That is okay. No worries, no worries. throw those seat thing. What do you call them? Armrests. Armrests is what they're called. Throw my armrests up so I can sit down, scoot forward a little bit. Okay, no shiny again. No shiny. Come on, come on. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. We gotta do it for the culture, for the morale. All right, DK. No worries. No worries. Was I checking? No, okay, I still need to talk to her. I was like, what am I doing here? All right, we got the super dramatic music going. Oh, what did I do there? I think I just moved this DS around, or am I moving this one around? I need a reset there. Also, I kind of want to just adjust these rubber bands a little bit. Bother me slightly. There we go. So now I'm in a weird spot. I don't really like ending on certain numbers, but we're at 3 hours. I'm kind of feeling like I should wrap it up. It is a work night. I need to get some sleep. I need to go to bed. It always takes me forever to kind of wind down after streams as well and go to sleep. So I feel like I'm gonna go to 25:75, and then we'll call it a night there. So we still got a decent bit going before then, but yeah, we're drawing near to close. More internet. Yeah, and I don't know if it actually is just the internet or if it's this computer. Probably is the internet. I don't know. My internet hasn't really been going out at all today. And it's not even really storming or anything out right now, so it might just be my computer for some reason. This laptop might not be quite on par with my desktop. It's getting the job done, though. It's getting the job done. All right. But we get the red remix going on right now. Okay, this has got to be a good sign right here. This is actually, I think, a new one from Zame. Pretty sure I just added this to the playlist a few days ago. Or the first time, yeah, first time I'm hearing this all the way through. So let's bring the good luck. I love me some Heart Gold, Soul Silver, red theme. Let's go. Come on, Tepig. Let's see what you got. No shiny there. That's okay. We got time. Still no pig. Keep getting the ladies though. We keep getting the ladies. Keep getting that female Tepig. Right. Can we get one more encounter in here? I guess 2 more encounters. One more set of encounters here before this song ends in our kind of hype luck. Oh, I think it's about to go. It's about to come off. What am I saying? It's about to turn off. Move on to the next song. No, come on. Oh, I'm losing it. No. Ah, darn. We couldn't quite get the encounter in before the song changed. That is okay. That's okay. New song, new shiny. Did not quite work. Welcome back, DK. Welcome back. Made it back just in time for the last 5 encounters of the evening. Bam, boom, 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 boom. I am very much looking forward to that day, for sure. I'm looking forward to moving on. I mean, I'm not quite tired of this hunt yet. I mean, like, we've been going for a bit of time, but it's not like I'm 20,000 resets in or anything like that. But my brain, way I am, I do get the itch to start going for other hunts. I'm like, ooh, I wanna try something else. That's why I do like to periodically throw in the platinum here, there, and like I said, I might throw another full odds hunt in. I know I'd kind of sworn off completely full odds because I want to hunt things as efficiently as I can, but I don't know. I'm contemplating, we're here at the end of the stream, I'll throw this out there. I'm contemplating adding in Heart Gold and Soul Silver into the mix for shiny starter resets. Just because you get 3 chances at a shiny per reset. So if I got 2 games, 3 chances per each game, I mean, that's basically 6 encounters every reset. So I'm toying with the idea of picking up and nothing in particular. I'd prefer to not get another Chikorita. Either Totodile, Cyndaquil would be nice, but there's no real goal for it. It's just a shiny we're looking for. So I probably would throw those in every now and then, just to throw a stream like that in every now and then, just to spice things up, maybe get some quicker shinies because of all the encounters you can get from that reset method. In fact, let's go ahead and decide. We'll let Victini decide. Actually, no, Dragonite has to decide this last one. Who's going to be the last encounter of the night? Is it going to be the English or Japanese copy? Let's see. English is heads, Japanese is tails. All right, so we got English. So we're not even going to see what Japanese has for us. We're going to turn you off, just move you over to the side. All we have is English, and let's see. Will this work? Can we do this right here? You know what? Go ahead and take the rubber bands off. Why not? Just get nice and cozy here for this lasting, which actually, now I just realized the text on the screen is different. It says shiny seen today. We have not seen 2,500 shinies today. That's the encounters. Yeah, this is from the Platinum stream, so a little bit different setup, but it'll work for now. So let's see, this final Tepig of the night, encounter number 2575. I guess we'll keep the you up here for now, and then when we actually get to looking at the shiny, we'll look at the bottom screen. All right, last encounter of the night. Can we get a shiny Tepig on encounter number 2575? Unfortunately, that is a no-go. We do not have our little pig friend. Nice relaxed nature. What is that? Plus defense minus speed. Not terrible for an Embor. Oh well, darn. Can you turn off? Could not get this thing to turn off. We did not get our shiny Tepig today, unfortunately. Man, oh man. Just gotta keep pushing on, keep trudging along, and actually let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and get you there. Yeah, I am. I like to think I. Well, actually, I'm not. Honestly, I'm not a super patient person. But for this, I got some patience when it comes to this for some reason. But thanks for dropping on in from everyone, and sorry if you just came into the stream right now. We actually are just about to end. That was our last encounter of the night there, so. Yeah, I'm always bad at wrapping up streams, but again, thanks everyone for coming out, for having a great stream as always, and I will probably see y'all Thursday, I imagine. Maybe tomorrow, probably Thursday. So yeah, oh, we're good? Yeah, we're good. I'll see y'all next time.